we were a cult. I have all these quotes online, and like they interviewed people that were standing by, and it made us look so bad. And like they called it, I don't remember the words they used, but it was so mean and so badly written that it was hilarious, and I like shared it with everyone. But it was actually really rude, and you do get people that are because they don't really realize what it is, and they they do bash us. It's kind of sad.
Do you know where could we find the article somewhere?
I can send you the link, yeah.
Okay.
I don't have it off the top of my head.
Have you been personally laughed at because of your Harry Potter
Do you know anything about
fandom
Oh, yeah.
or anybody?
When I told my parents I was going to do it, they laughed at me. They like were just like, ha ha, it's hilarious. But then like all these news articles were like calling us and being like, hey, can we get interviews with you guys? And like, what? Warner Brothers actually sent me 50 free tickets to an advanced screening of both Part 1 and Part 2 movies. And I was like, awesome. And I went to the first one, but I ended up being on vacation during the second one. And I like posted online, like I gave out as many tickets as I could, but I didn't get to give that many out. Yeah, so they heard about us, but like, I know my parents thought it was dorky until news papers were like interested, and then they're like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. And then like kids in class are always like, oh, that's really dorky. But I honestly don't really care what people think. I'm just like, I want to do this, so I'm gonna do it. I'm not really too worried, but people definitely like. Some days we'll be playing, and if it's like really busy, you'll have like 100 people just standing there watching us. Like some are laughing, some think it's awesome, and some are just confused.
Well, how do you get to be the president of the Quidditch Club?
I started it. I'm a co-founder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me and my roommates, we started it, and it just
Escalated?
Yeah,
When did
like-
you guys start it?
last year actually. We were kind of just kidding. Like we were like, it'd be kind of fun to play Quidditch. Yeah, we should play Quidditch. And like, after all this joking, we like, no, let's seriously just pass out some flyers, because there were 7 of us, and we're like, we only need 7 people. Well, like 50-something people were at our first meeting. We're sitting there in Stratford Heights in like the pavilion. We're just like, why are there so many people there? And like we're like whispering, like, I am freaking out right now. Like we thought 7 people. Like that's all we wanted, and we had like 50, and we're just like, and like the news record was there and taking pictures, and like it was way bigger than we thought. Like we didn't know other schools had them. Like there's like 150 like teams like in colleges all around the country, and we're like, we had no idea. Like, we just wanted 7 people to play, so we passed out flyers.
So there were already other teams in other colleges before you guys started?
Yeah, so like I know like OSU, Miami, NKU, Bowling Green, all these other schools, like they have them like teams, and we're just like, didn't even know these things existed. And like I know they try getting us to play, but we play by different rules, so it's kind of like hard, and we have too many people, because you can only bring I think 18 people to play, and we have 125, and I don't want to tell someone that wants to go that they can't go, so I don't like to play other schools. But next year, I believe someone's going to start a UC team.
Why do you think that is, that we don't hear about other colleges or anybody having these kinds of teams?
Because Quidditch wasn't big before last year. Because of the 7th movie coming out, Harry Potter's gotten a lot of publicity. Because no one contacts me anymore with interviews and stuff, but it was when we started was when the movies were coming out, and it got really big. So all of a sudden, Quidditch got really big, and now they're playing in London for the Olympics. But it's not from what I understand, it's not like medal winning things. It's just kind of I don't know how to describe. I don't know how the Olympics really work. But there's games that go on, but they're not the big official games. They're just kind of side games, I guess. But I do know that Quidditch is going to be there.
Can you tell us about how violent the games were?
Quidditch is actually one of the most violent sports I've ever played in my life. People honestly think it's a wimpy game. Tag. If you ever go online and look up Harvard playing, I laugh every time I see it. They kind of they don't touch each other. It's kind of it's more like a touch sport. No, we played up in Bowling Green last year. It was the one time we ever played another school. They yelled at us because we threw our bludgers apparently too hard, which I didn't know was possible. But we have a reputation for being overly violent or whatever. But like we don't break any rules. Like our rules, like we play by the rules. It's just we just apparently play a little more violent than other schools. This season alone, we broke over 20 brooms, just tackling each other. I know I got smacked in the face with a broom. I had a bloody lip. My cheek was all swollen. I've been stabbed, like, someone tackled me. I got stabbed right here, and it was, like, yellow, purple, blue, all these colors, and it looked really gross. I got a slight concussion from being hit in the head by this rugby player, and I flew back, like, 4 feet, went through the hoops, broke the hoop, stood up, did a little wobble. I had to get, like, taken off the field. We've had multiple dislocated shoulders, I think like 7 or so. We had about 6 actual, like, doctor-written concussions. We probably had more. It was just those people, like, actually went to the doctors, got diagnosed with a concussion. Multiple bruises, like, people will limp to class the next day, and, like, people, like, will talk about it. And we've had a few. I don't think we've ever had a black eye. I've always wanted a black eye from Quidditch. Never gotten one. Like, I'm always like, I really want a nice shiner, like, on my face, like, right here. But I did have, like, a split lip from the broom, though, but that's about it.
Do you think it's more violent than the books Quidditch, or is it about
No, it's not. It's not nearly as violent. Like, ours are softballs. Like, I do know, like, I've been hit by the bludger in the face, and, like, I had my face was discolored. Like, it was, like, all bright red, and, like, because my biggest thing for the Quidditch League is it's for people to meet other people. And so, like, usually we'll go, like, out to dinner, like, afterwards. Like, whoever wants to go, we go to, like, B-Dubs or Five Guys. And so it's so embarrassing going there, and, like, we all limp there. We're all sweaty. Our shirts, like, people's shirts get torn and ripped, and, like, I know my Ravenclaw shirt got ripped because someone, like, grabbed my shirt, and it just, like, ripped down the seam. And then, it's like you go to, like, B-Dubs, and we're all bleeding, and we're all cut up and bruised, and people will just stare at us like, what? And we're like, oh yeah, we played Quidditch. And, like, then you have to explain what like, Quidditch is and how violent it is. It's pretty exciting.
Harry Potter passion? Love?
What?
You love it?
Oh, I love Harry Potter.
Can't wait to get it. Oh, what other clubs are there? Do you know, are there any besides